You've been there for quite a long time, little boy. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that you were hiding something from me. You wouldn't be doing anything naughty in there, would you? You know what happens to naughty boys. Hey, what did your mommy say about locking your door? I think you're hiding something from me. I told you to clean your room by today. It's a little too late to start now. Unlock the door, honey. I'm going to count to 3. You know what happens when I get to 0? I get hungry. And when I get hungry, your punishment starts becoming less of a teaching moment and more of a moment for Mommy to take out some of her anger on our little brat. And I don't think either of us wants that. 1. You better be heading to your door. I'm giving you more time because I know that you didn't clean your room, and I would rather not have to take the door of its hangings because you tripped on something rushing the door. 2. You should definitely be on your feet right now. Any sane person will have their hands on the doorknob and turning the lock. 2.5. I'm starting to lose my patience with you. 3. Oh. There you are. I was getting worried for a second that you got lost in this pit you call a room. Well, aren't you going to show me the progress you made? Please tell me you did something in the past 24 hours. I'm not taking the fact that you're blocking the doorway as a sign you actually did what I asked you to do, naughty boy. You do know what that means, right? Don't get nervous now. You wanted to be a brat? It's only fair that you get punished like one. What's the expression? If you don't want to do the time, don't do the crime. Now let's get this room straightened out. For starters, you have a paper all over the floor. Those books should be on their shelves. And what did they say about eating in here? This is supposed to be your office for work, not some frat house. You know, if you put things where they were supposed to be, you'd get things done much faster. But given the fact that your boss seems to be satisfied with the minimum, I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands, aren't I? Don't give me that look. When you say you wanted a mommy dom, you should have been prepared for the non-sexual side of things. What? Did you think that I just had a on and off switch for it? So, I'm sorry if I don't like seeing my good boy clearly not. So, I'm sorry if I don't like seeing my good boy clearly running themselves into the ground with self-destructive habits. Now clean, and you and I are going to have a little chat when you're done. Now then, why don't we start by figuring out what's trash and what isn't? I swear one day you're going to lose an important document and either lose your job or get sued. I love you too much to leave you. But I swear to God, you're going to be wearing a turtleneck and walking with a limp until you find another job. What can I say? I know how to make you being punished fun for me. I suggest you return to your initial pace. I clearly have jogged your memory of something, and I highly suggest you take your time. You take your time as to not miss anything. And don't mix trash and shredding again. The last thing we need is someone stealing ours or someone else bank info. And one more thing. When you bend down to pick something up, face away from me. Mommy wants to admire her good boy. Come on, we both know that you have the cutest ass ever. I didn't say slow down. I'll stop teasing if it affects how much you work. Okay, now on to the books. Let's see. We have. That looks like it's been on the floor since the invasion of taxes due to how the floor under it seems to be perfectly preserved. Darling, this is why I do the taxes. It's also why you're so lucky that every time you refer to me as sexy while I do them, it fills me with a sense of pride. Let's get this back on the shelf. Oh, look at that. Our wedding photo. It's the only thing in this room that seems to actually be in decent. It's the only thing in this room that seems to actually be in decent condition. Oh, you got a wonderful tuxedo. Honey, look at mommy for a second. Good boy. I know I might be nagging you right now, but I just want to say that I think you're really sweet. And the fact that you keep this photo here is proof that that's why I fell in love with you, despite the fact that you're such a brat sometimes. Alright, we should get back to it if we want to be done before it gets dark out. Alright, that's all the books back. Alright, that's all the books back. Now to the last of the major 3 issues I have. Your plates and your trash can is overflowing. Let me see if you have any garbage bags in your desk still. Let me see if you have any garbage bags in your desk still. Oh, honey. Sweetie darling, my pride and joy, my sunshine, my good boy. Please don't tell me that you have framed a copy of the picture we took the first time I dominated you. In your desk, the place that you work. This is a recent addition, right? You didn't have this before the pandemic when you still worked in the office. I don't know if I'm turned on or embarrassed. On one hand, you clearly are in a state of mind when you're somewhat proud of being dominated by me. But on the other hand, the thought of people knowing that side of me besides you. And what of how people will think of you? I do admit that some of our kinks spill into our day-to-day life. I mean, I'm hovering over you like I'm your actual mother right now, but isn't this a little far? I mean, didn't your co-workers already make fun of you because I pack your lunches? Honey, it's not different. Let's face facts. In any work environment that's dominated by men, well, there are moments when the environment represents a school more than it does a workplace. You think I got to where I was because I let people know what I was? No, I had to get on their level. One thing I learned from when I started dating you to now is that when men see dominate women, one of 2 things happen. They detest you or they fall in love on the spot. No in between. And unfortunately, being a submissive man is so stigmatized by years of patriarchal mindset that it's seen as the norm to be a dick to guys like you in hopes that they change. Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble. I just worry about you sometimes, you know? You're just such a fragile little thing. You need to care for. That's not the environment I want my darling boy to be in. Enough of that. What do you say we finish up around here? Good boy. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? No? And look at how nice your office looks now. Now it could stay this way if you would just clean up after yourself and keep the place tidy. Hey, where do you think you're going? We're not done yet. No, I didn't forget. Come with me. I think you and I need to have a little chat. Be in our bedroom in 10 minutes. I suggest you do what you have to do out here before you enter, because something tells me you won't be leaving for some time. Am I clear, good boy?